Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mia-Hélène, and today I want to talk about the steps of making a book. As you can see here, I've written down a bunch of steps that you kind of need. Well, you don't need, it's nice so that you can read off here and it can help you plan your book. So the first thing is just brainstorming an idea generation. I'm sorry. Brainstorming an idea generation. And, well, basically just follow this, like, things that you like what kind of stories, characters, and worlds that excite you, and the genres, like fantasy, mystery, adventure, or anything else. And then, when you have all that in mind, you might already have a story that you want to write, and that's fine. But if you don't, then just ask yourself, like, what if? What if, for example, what if animals could talk? What if you found a secret door leading to some enchanted realm or anything like that? What if you found a portal that you could go anywhere you wanted from it, and just things like that, and just write it down. Even if you're never going to use it, just write it down just as an idea, because it can really help in future books or in the one that you're going to write. Yeah. So next is planning and outlining. I mean, of course, you can keep doing all of this if you haven't done it yet, so I'm just gonna give you a bit of time to write everything down. Just 1 second. Okay, that's you can pause the video or you can keep going. So next is planning and outlining. So it's you have to like plan. You don't have to basically plan the whole story, but you have to like plan a plot. Like, for example, for my book, the plot is this girl who has to kill the creator, and there's a journey in between. So that's just like the main challenge, I guess. And then there's a bunch of like miniature challenges in every chapter. So yeah, decide on the main plot of your story, and figure out what's the problem that your character will face, or characters. You can have more than one, and then you have to create your characters. So it can be anything, like a troll or a human or a fairy, anything like that, and then find names for them. And if you don't have names, don't worry about that. Just write whatever, like unnamed person, and then you'll find one on the way. Actually, one character in my story, I named them Jollipop because I had no name for them, but now I gave them a name, and it's nice. It's kind of funny, but okay, so, and then you give them personalities, which you don't have to do right away. I didn't do that right away. It just kind of came along when I wrote them, and the backstory, same. And but still try to give them a bit of personality, like not that much, because that comes with the writing, and they kind of write themselves. It's cool, but try to, like, you have to kind of get their passion, like what drives them on, and things like that. But it's simple. You don't even have to do that. You can just write them in, but it helps a bit. Okay, so next is plot points. So you're gonna have to break your story into smaller parts. It's like you need to know the major stops on the way, and like there's some smaller ones too. Like for every chapter, basically you'll need like there's like the main arc of the whole story, and then like each chapter has their own small arc that like resolves at the end of the chapter. And yeah, and also remember, this is important, to try like to keep your reader to question what's happening next. So like try to add more questions at the end of each chapter and answer some in the chapter, and just so that all the questions are resolved at the end, or they don't have to be, and you can continue a new book. So next is outlining. So create a simple outline of your story. That I didn't do that. I just wrote down whatever I thought of. It wasn't really an outline. It was just like these are the characters, that's her goal, and then I just wrote. It was just easier. But of course, I understand that writing an outline could help you a lot. So if you want that, you should write an outline. But if you have no ideas for it, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, writing an outline is just basically just write down kind of like the structure of it, like what challenges your characters will face. So like you can write down like some enemies' names and some battles and stuff like that, and just some adventures that they go on, and secrets and questions and anything like that. So now, after that, you pretty much are set to go. If you want to write down anything else, then please feel free to make up your own steps too, because I mean, not everyone would follow this exact thing. Not even I did. Okay. Well, write all that down. Okay. So now writing your first draft is it's pretty easy normally. I mean, it depends really though. If you have like your outline, then well, I mean, you probably have like about an estimate of chapters and everything, but if you don't, then that's fine. And it'll just keep going, so just write too. And don't worry about making it perfect, because it's gonna go on the paper and then you can edit it afterwards, because don't edit when you write your book, because that'll just slow down the process, and like all your imagination and ideas will be put down. So the most important thing is to put down everything on the paper so that it's just finished, and then the editing comes after. So don't edit while you're writing. Don't go back and edit. You can do that at the end. And now you should also set a goal, like it's like just, it can be small, like 20 minutes of writing a day, just so that you keep it consistent, because if you stop, then it stops, and it's just kind of harder to get back in it after a while. So setting a goal is just like 20 minutes or an hour a day works fine. I did 20 minutes, but I went over that a lot. I normally did about an hour or more a day, but sometimes only 20 minutes, so my goal was 20 minutes, so I passed that. And have fun, obviously. You have to just, don't go strict on yourself and write about whatever you want to write about it. Don't care about what everyone else says. Just write, and yeah, have fun. And don't worry about editing, like I said. You can fix it later. Okay. So when you're done writing your first draft, which will take a while, so don't rush that, and this step will come like months after you start writing. So this is just like the editing and stuff, but you don't have to worry about that yet. I'm gonna say it to you anyway, because that's the point of this video, but don't worry about this until you finish your first draft. Okay, well, it's important to take a break between your first draft and editing, and to read it. Just like read your story, because that can help you, like, it can help you with the editing and stuff. So read your story out loud, and it can help you find mistakes and stuff, and sentences that don't make sense, and then you can edit it, and then after that, edit it, I would think. And also, of course, you should get feedback from friends and family, or anything. Just you can publish it online, like on something, and getting feedback is really important, so that you can, it's like not only your opinion, but you can get other people's opinion to make it better. And then the edit and the revise. So now you have to start editing and like fix spelling mistakes and sentence mistakes that you haven't catched, and just go through it all. You can go through Grammarly, or you can do it yourself, or any other spelling program, and make sure that it makes sense. And then just polish it. I would reread it out loud. Out loud is better, so that you can actually catch things easier. Or you can read it in your head too, but it's important, I think, that you read it one time out loud. So keep polishing it, and repeat the reading and editing steps as many times as you need to. So now it's pretty much done, but there's just some finishing touches that you need to get through before it can actually be published. You can publish it yourself, or you can get a publisher. One second. I'll go on to this first. So there's the finishing touches. You'll have to give it a title. That can wait. If you don't have anything, or if you have something earlier, write it down, or don't write it down. I gave my book a title at the beginning, and then I might have changed it a bit at the end, so do whatever. as long as you have a title by before it needs to be published, that's fine. So yeah, try to get a catchy title that reflects your story, which you have to have your whole story finished, obviously, but if you have an idea of what your story will be, you can just write something down that kind of goes with it. And the cover. So the cover is going to be a bit harder. You can draw one yourself, which would take time. If you're an artist, though, I would definitely recommend doing that. You can pay someone else to do it, which is also nice. Or what I did was use AI to generate an image for my book, which it turned out fine. So I would recommend doing that. But of course, if you're an artist, or if you have a friend that's an artist, I think that would be nice too. And then proofreading, just do one last check for any like small spelling mistakes that you missed, anything like that. And then important tips are read a lot. Like reading other books helps you because you can just tell how plots go and how stories and how characters evolve, because characters evolving is really, I didn't talk about that actually, but make sure that your characters are like, they're normal, like they're human beings, unless they're not humans, but just try to like add feelings and stuff, and make sure to show and not tell. There are like lots of things that I'm not getting in here, but these are just the basics. So, and then joining a writing group is also good, because then you can get a bunch of other people's feedbacks and you can read their books to see how beginners are, because it's not going to be perfect. My book was not perfect, but I am still proud of having published it. That's like the main thing. You have to publish it. So don't give up. Writing a book takes time and effort. It takes a lot, but it's really rewarding. Trust me, I know it's really rewarding. So, and remember that every writer has their own process. So you might not even use this, but I think it's nice as a beginner that this is like a good guideline to go by. And yeah, that's just nice. That's all. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you on your journey to write a book. And yeah, please email me any feedback, or just leave it in the comments, or any questions or anything like that, and I'm happy to answer. And oh yeah, if you wanted to publish it yourself, you can do that on Amazon or on something else, or you can get a publisher. I got someone to help me publish it myself, but a publisher would work too. It's probably more efficient and takes less of your time, but yeah, that's all. Okay, we'll see you next time, and I hope you have a great day, and that's all, so bye!